Hi everyone, this is about Formula 44 series which we plan to commence once again, and we will share the nuggets of wisdom, the nuggets of tips for a holistic, healthy, joyful work-life balance lifestyle. So, what is Formula 44? Work-life balance. Formula 44 has 8 elements, 4 elements of food habits, 4 elements of exercise habits. What are the 4 elements of food habits? 1 fistful of nuts, 2 helpings of fruits, 3 glasses of lukewarm water early every morning, 4 helpings of greens and vegetables and salads and grains and beans and pulses in our meals every day. And every day, 1 hour of meditation, 2 rounds of walk, 3 breathing techniques, and 4 rounds of sun salutation, Surya Namaskar. These constitute the 8 elements of Formula 44. The background about this Formula 44 is the fact that many of us, especially those who work in the offices, they are having so much of problems in sparing time to do exercises and to, take the measures for a healthy eating. So this Formula 44 is a reminder that why don't we just apply this particular regimen on a daily basis, which is easy to implement and which is easy to remember. Is it so difficult to eat 1 fistful of nuts every day? So we know what are the healthy nuts. We have soaked the almonds in the night. So morning we remove the peels and we eat about 7-8 almonds every morning before breakfast or along with the breakfast. And in the afternoon we eat some walnuts or some pistachio. So a fistful of nuts is what we should eat on a daily basis, because the nuts have the micronutrients. It is a great source of energy and nutrition for the body. And the second element, the 2 helpings of fruits, everyone is aware how important it is to eat fruits. But then there are rules. The fruits should be as fresh as you can get. The fruits shouldn't be preserved and cut, for a long time and kept in the fridge and frozen. You should eat fresh fruits. That's so easy to understand. And then we shouldn't eat fruits after the meal, because if you eat the fruits after the meal, it causes a blockade, because the fruits tend to get digested faster. But if you have eaten the meal, that hasn't been digested as yet. So there is a problem, there is a blockade, there is a traffic jam, and that may lead to flatulence and bloating, etc. So try avoiding fruits after the meal. Try avoiding the fruits in the night. So this is about 2 helpings of fruits. The 3 glasses of lukewarm water in the morning. This is an age-old tradition, and this therapy has worked for so many people. In my own experience, this is an amazing, amazing gift that we have from the experts, that when we get up in the morning, on an empty stomach, we slowly consume 2-3 glasses of lukewarm water. But we don't gulp it down. We take about half an hour, 45 minutes, and we consume the water while we are sitting. We shouldn't be drinking water when we are standing. So let it go and touch every pore of the mouth, and then it goes into the body through the alimentary canal and it goes into the stomach. So a slow process of drinking 2-3 glasses of lukewarm water is our third element. And the fourth element, we need to eat grains and vegetables. We need to get carbohydrates, proteins, etc. So the best meal would be the one which has an abundance of these food elements. So you have grains, you have greens, leaves, vegetables, beans, sprouts, and pulses. So if you have a good mix of these in your lunch and dinner, that means you are eating the right quantity of food which will give you the optimum carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, etc. So we covered the four elements of food. And what are the four elements of exercise? So these are, you should do 1 hour of meditation. And this sounds the most daunting. 1 hour of meditation? This is perhaps the most difficult element of our daily routine. But this is also the most important, which we will discuss in other days. Today we will just give a small explanation about the importance of mind, because the mind is the source of inspiration for all our actions. So, for example, the Bhagavad Gita Shloka chapter 6, number 5 says, Uddared Atmanatmanam na Atmanam avasadayet Atmanaiva Yatmano Bandhuratmaiva Ripuratmana. So this is an atomic shloka, atomic verse from Bhagavad Gita, which says that your mind is your best friend. But your mind is also your best enemy. It can act as both. We thought our greatest enemy is outside our home, but the greatest enemy is seated within us. Our mind can be our greatest enemy if we let it loose, if we don't learn how to manage our mind, how to control our mind. That is why the 1 hour of meditation, 1 hour of mind management, whatever you call it, mind management or mindfulness or dhyan, dharana, different names, it is not very well understood what is meditation. But in a very simple way, meditation is about, bringing positivity in the mind, bringing divinity in mind, bringing spirituality in mind. So your mind becomes a reservoir of placidity, tranquility, peace, bliss, joy. That is the healthy mind, which will strengthen and rejuvenate the Manomaya Kosh, which will transcend the Manomaya Kosh. We have these 3 sheaths: Manomaya Kosh, Pranamaya Kosh, and Annamaya Kosh. So when we work on our mind, we are transcending the Manomaya Kosh. For us to reach the highest potential, these sheaths are the stumbling blocks. So the one which controls the mind is the mind sheath, Manomaya Kosh. So the cause of the disease also is the mind. Because when the mind is disturbed, when the mind is negative, it affects the prana, the life air, the chi. And once the life air, prana, apan, vyan, udan, saman, the 5 types of life air, which is more subtle than the oxygen, the life air, the chi, that gets disturbed and that affects the body. The trillions of cells which are in the body get into a state of disturbance and a state of illness because of the Pranamaya Kosh getting disturbed, which happens because of the Manomaya Kosh, the mind. So the first element we have spoke so much is the most important, the meditation. So 1 hour of meditation. Now the other 3 are simpler. 2 rounds of walk. You should walk about 10-15 kilometers every day. We don't do it, but walking is so good. So that's why we say 2 rounds of walk. If not 10-15 kilometers, at least 7-8 kilometers to begin with. So 1 hour of meditation, 2 rounds, a walk, and 3 breathing techniques at least. These breathing techniques, the Hatha Yoga Pradipika says, is 20 times more important and more beneficial than yogasanas. So let's say we are doing Bhastrika, the bellows breathing technique. So what we do, we just raise our hands and we strengthen our lungs, expand our lungs. But more importantly, we are expanding our prana, the life air. So how we do it? So this is Bhastrika Pranayam. We should do about at least 5 minutes every day. Bellows breathing. Then the second type of breathing is Anulom Vilom or Nari Shodhan, wherein we breathe from one nostril and breathe out from the other one. So alternate nostril breathing will energize the 720 million nerves in the body. And these are so beneficial. The third breathing technique, you do Kapalbhati. So you put your fists on your navel, press it gently, and then you imagine there is a candle in front of your nose and you are trying to blow the candle with your nose. This is Kapalbhati. Kapal means the forehead, Bhati means the glow. The whole body becomes so bright and beautiful and so healthy, you get a glow on your forehead. That is Kapalbhati. And then there are Bhramri Pranayam. You put your index finger in your ear and then you make the sound of a bumblebee, the humming sound. So you do it for 1 minute. This is Bhramri Pranayam. You do it a few times. So we will go into detail about pranayam, about meditation, about nuts, about fruits, about water, about grains, about pulses. But in today's day 1 video, we will conclude soon. But let's go into the 4th element, which is the Surya Namaskar. So this Surya Namaskar and Sun Salutation is the group of exercises, which is the 4th element. So we should do some yogasanas every day. So the 1 hour practice that we do every day, this is one of the elements that we do subtle exercises and we do simple exercises like you rotate your shoulders. You rotate it 20 times clockwise and you reverse. This is an amazing exercise. And then you rotate your neck, and you reverse. This is another subtle exercise. You rotate your eyeball, So all these exercises, the subtle exercises and some yogasanas, like we do Tadasana, the palm tree pose, the frog pose, Mandukasana, Supta Vajrasana, the supine thunderbolt pose. We do Vrikshasana, the tree pose, and we do Kati Chakrasana, the spinal twist. So since we are doing these exercises at home in this blockade period, we are not doing many yogasanas, but then this 1 hour predominantly pranayam and subtle exercises, this is amazing for our body and mind. So once again, we remember the most important formula that mind is the key. Mind is the real entity which will determine our work-life balance. So 1 hour of meditation, 2 rounds of walk, 3 rounds of breathing techniques, 4 rounds of Surya Namaskar, Sun Salutation, 1 fistful of nuts, 2 helpings of fruits, 3 glasses of lukewarm water every morning, and 4 helpings of grains, beans, pulses, vegetables, etc. every day. That is the day 1 for Formula 44. We will meet again to get into more details about Formula 44. Take care, and this is all based on Swami Mukundanand's teaching, so I am very grateful to him first and foremost.